On the broadcast tonight, SHIP sends off President Carter with 17 days of kindness. We have the latest.
The CDC announced today that if you're fully vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask.
And saying goodbye. It's our last broadcast of the semester, and for the seniors, it's time to celebrate.
All of that and more right now on SUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to SUTV News. I'm Brady Fisher.
And I'm Megan Talley. It may be the last week of the semester, but Shippensburg still continues to encourage its students to be active and be kind. The 17 Days of Kindness is an annual tradition to which Shippensburg celebrates acts of generosity and kindness throughout the final 2 weeks of classes. And this year's festivities are very special, as they're here to celebrate President Lori Carter and her departure from SHIP to Lawrence University. Shippensburg students were treated to arts festivals, blood drives, and the annual SHIP Fest to celebrate the end of the year. There was also a lavender graduation celebrating our LGBTQ+ students, a school supply drive for local elementary students, in which all donations can be taken to the information desk in the Cub. If you have any questions or wish to spread some kindness yourself, reach out to Alex Karlheim at community@ship.edu. This past Tuesday, Shippensburg University's Multicultural Student Affairs Office hosted a cultural cookout, and SUTV's Alicia Laluz has more.
From cuisine from different cultures to live entertainment, MSA's Cultural Cookout was the first of hopefully many, according to the office's director, Ms. Diane Jefferson.
But we wanted to make this the first annual cultural cookout. So if you would help yourself to the food.
On Tuesday, students and faculty gathered together to enjoy good food and say goodbye to the university's outgoing president, Lori Carter.
I'm not ready to say our goodbye to President Carter, but she's on to bigger and better things. This is sad, but we're gonna miss President Carter, and we wish her all the best.
While food was being served, the stage was opened up by a performance from the Harmonic Voices of Truth Gospel Choir, followed by student speakers thanking President Carter for her time at SHIP. Lansine Butts then presented her with a gift on behalf of MSA.
Stand up for yourselves. Do it in a way that always honors those who came before you, but let them know, like Lance did, that you're not going to stop until we do the right thing for every student at this university.
The event was closed out by live soca entertainers from New York and the donning of Kenta for the graduating seniors. Alicia Laluz for SUTV.
The day has finally come for Shippensburg seniors. In 2 days, graduation will be held for the fall class of 2020 and the spring class of 2021. This year's graduation boasts a unique setup, as seniors had the choice to walk in person at Seth Grove Stadium or a drive-through in the Shipwreck parking lot. Both options allow family to see their senior graduate and walk across the stage to receive their diploma. The ceremonies will begin at 10 for Seth Grove Stadium and 1 and 4 for the drive-through. All broadcasts will be available to watch on SUTV News on local channel 21. On Monday, Matthew Zemba presented his documentary to the Shippensburg community. SUTV's Bailey Casada has more.
Senior Matthew Zemba premiered his documentary, The Zemba Family Story, a documentary on the impact of Slovak immigration on Western Pennsylvania, on Monday. Fascinated about his family's history, he did extensive research to find out how his Slovak ancestors arrived in the United States.
I will say my family has had some hardships over the years. My father passed away in 2016. I know my grandfather on my mom's side passed away. And so because we've had these hardships, I wanted to preserve our family story. And I thought, what better way to do that than doing genealogy? The Zemba relatives, we didn't know where we came from. And so I wanted to find out who were the original Zembas from Slovakia. Like, we didn't know the home village. And so I wanted to do all of this research because I think it's important to learn what our ancestors went through and how we got here today. And so I just kept digging and digging back. I've been doing this for about 3 years now, and I've really enjoyed doing it. It seems like the more I learn, the more I have questions about.
Zemba had spent months putting together the 25-minute documentary. He claims that the project was challenging, but worth the hard work.
Originally, when I first started out, it was really daunting. It was pretty scary seeing all the work that was ahead of me. But thank goodness I had Professor Lowry through the whole process. He helped me through everything. And, I was really happy with the final product. I honestly couldn't be more proud with the final product.
The documentary premiered on Monday, May 10th, with around 40 people in the call, including classmates, family, professors, and interviewees.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was amazing to see everyone come out. It was just wonderful. I've never had a Zoom call that I've hosted with that many people on before. It's, um, I don't know how to say this, but I will say, um, it's so exciting seeing young people who are interested in their genealogy. I know a lot of times people wait until they're older to start doing their like genealogy of a family, but when you wait till you're older, you can't ask your relatives the questions you want to know. So it's really important to get involved now while your relatives are still alive. Like ask them questions about their grandparents or even their great grandparents. You got to get the answers now while you still can. So that's why at this Zoom call, seeing all these people talking about wanting to learn about the genealogy, I think it's fantastic and you should definitely go for it.
Zemba's documentary is available to watch on YouTube. The link can also be found on sutvnews.org. For SUTV News, I'm Bailey Casada.
Earlier this week, SUTV's Bailey Casada got a chance to sit down for one last time with President Laurie Carter. They discussed President Carter's move to Lawrence University and any advice she has for the interim president, Charles Patterson.
So, we have a new president coming in. Do you have any advice for him?
I do. Lead with kindness and always keep the students first. I think if he does that, and I have every confidence that he will, then SHIP will continue to be very successful.
You can see the full interview with President Carter tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Well, Megan, I know that I'm very thankful for all that President Carter has done for the university over my time here.
Yeah, especially since we came in with President Carter in the fall of 2017. It's really special for us, so we wish President Carter the best of luck in her next adventure. Coming up on SUTV News, we take a look at the gas shortage up and down the East Coast.
And the Pfizer vaccine is now being offered to those 12 and up. We have the latest.
We have more after the break.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. Since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
I already knew that I was gonna go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science. After that, I'm gonna get my law degree. Then I'm gonna come back to Detroit, boost the economy, become the mayor or something, try to make the situation better for other people. I feel like I owe it to the city. I'm determined. It's gonna happen. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
Liz Cheney, the Wyoming congresswoman who has been vocal for her distaste of former President Trump, has now been removed by her own party. SUTV's Adam Beam has more.
I will not sit back and watch in silence while others lead our party down a path that abandons the rule of law and joins the former president's crusade to undermine our democracy.
Following the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol back in January, one of the biggest and most vocal critics of former President Trump and his tight grip on the Republican Party was Wyoming Representative Liz Cheney. Due to Cheney's vocal distaste, numerous GOP representatives have come out and attacked Cheney for her stance. And now the GOP has had its way, and Representative Cheney has been voted out of her position as the House Republican Conference Chair. When speaking on the House floor, Cheney had this to say.
We must speak the truth. Our election was not stolen, and America has not failed.
Some of the Republicans to speak out in support of removing Cheney include House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy.
This has nothing to do about how somebody voted. This has nothing to do about they voted for impeachment or not. That would have been decided the last time. This is simply who's best at delivering the message. That's all.
Former President Trump even writing on Monday before the vote, quote, "If a thief robs a jewelry store of all its diamonds, the 2020 presidential election, the diamonds must be returned." With Cheney out, the GOP sets their eyes on Congresswoman Elise Stefanik to take her place. While Cheney has been removed from her position, she promises that it won't be the end of her pursuit for power and will continue to push for unifying the GOP, as well as making sure former President Trump never finds himself in the Oval Office again. For SUTV News, I'm Adam Beam.
That black gold is flowing once again through the Colonial Pipeline, but it's going to take several days for supplies to reach their destinations. In the meantime, gas shortages are leading to panic buying and dry pumps in many states. CNN's Diane Gallagher has details.
Gas?
As far as gas, yeah, we ain't got no more.
And patience.
I don't know how this is gonna work for all of us.
Running out all along the East Coast.
I've went to like 6 different stations and nobody's got any gas.
Demand spiked by 40% on Monday in 5 states, from Florida to Virginia.
I was on my way to my dad's house and my gas tank is basically empty and all the gas pumps has out of service.
Officials blaming public panic for what seems like a sudden short supply.
The shortages that we're seeing are pretty much solely related to panic buying from people, and I want to encourage people not to do that. Don't fill up your car unless you have to.
The nervous fill-up sparked by last week's Colonial Pipeline cyber attack.
There should be no cause for hoarding gasoline, especially in light of the fact that the pipeline should be substantially operational by the end of this week.
The 5,500-mile pipeline moves roughly 45% of the East Coast fuel supply. GasBuddy reporting more than 1,800 stations are offline, saying here in North Carolina, an eye-popping 65% are running dry. With long lines stretching for miles, if drivers are lucky enough to find fuel, it's costing them.
6 gallons of gas for $35, that's absolutely ridiculous.
The average price of a gallon of gas jumping to $3.
More expensive than we've seen in quite some time. Actually, the last time we were at that price point was the end of October in 2014.
Experts warn that panic purchases could create a domino effect.
You don't want to miss out. You don't want to be the one that doesn't get gas.
Meaning fear of a shortage could actually create one.
The CDC has recently announced that the Pfizer vaccine will now be available for children ages 12 to 15. SUTV's Adam Beam has the latest.
As more and more Americans receive one of the COVID vaccines and the infection rate slowly drops more and more each day, one major concern has been that those at the highest risk of being infected are our younger population, as most of those being infected lie within the lower age demographics. However, Pfizer and the CDC have now approved the vaccine for children ages 12 to 15, which could help lower infection rates even more and opens the gateway for students to return to school next fall.
We're going to have, for the first time, a safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine for adolescents over the 12 years of age.
Dr. Bill Gruber, a senior vice president at Pfizer, said, quote, "The decision from health authorities this week brings us one step closer to protecting adolescents and achieving herd protection," end quote. It's clear that once more and more younger Americans get vaccinated, it will help push the country closer towards returning to normal, and perhaps classes over Zoom will be a distant memory come September.
Well, I'm going to be able to go more places without being scared of getting COVID-19, and I'll be able to just feel safer anywhere.
For SUTV News, I'm Adam Beam.
Speaking of things getting back to normal, President Biden has just announced today that those who are completely vaccinated will no longer require masks indoors or outdoors in most settings.
Just a few hours ago, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention and the CDC announced that they are no longer recommending that fully vaccinated people need wear masks. This recommendation holds true whether you are inside or outside. I think it's a great milestone, a great day.
With graduation coming up this weekend, let's head over to Angel B. Money, who has a look at this week's weather.
Today was a nice, bright, and sunny day, and the sun will continue to shine in the coming days as we begin to close out the semester. How exciting! Tonight, temps drop into the mid-40s for a chill, cloudy night with wind gusts up to 7 miles per hour. Tomorrow, a mostly sunny day with a high of 71. Looking ahead, temps remain stagnant this weekend with a high of 70 on Saturday for yet another mostly sunny day. The perfect weather for the SHIP grad class of 2021. On Sunday, we'll have a high of 69 with periods of sun and scattered showers. Temps drop to the mid-60s with continued showers on Monday. The rain clears for a cloudy Tuesday with a high of 73 and mid to high 70s to close out the week. Be sure to get out there and have some fun in the sun this weekend. A big congrats to all of the seniors graduating on Saturday, myself included. Continue to study hard as we approach finals and finish strong. That's all for the weather this week. I'm Angel B. Money. Now back to Megan and Brady at the desk.
So it's tradition around here to interview the graduating seniors on the last show of the semester, and this tradition will continue here tonight. I have a few questions for each of you. We'll start with Brady. Brady, what are your plans after graduation?
So right now I'm still currently applying and interviewing for jobs, so I have nothing set in stone yet, but I'm hoping that at some point over the summer here that will change.
Megan, how about yourself?
I already started my job at ABC 27 WHTM in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania as a digital producer.
All right, and Megan, what are your favorite memory from SUTV?
SUTV gave me so much. I loved the live events here, getting to shoot a lot of basketball games, and I also loved being a leader around here, so I'm so thankful to this organization.
Brady, what is your favorite memory?
I would say my favorite memory is probably our election coverage. I know that meant a lot to all of us here, and just seeing how hard we all worked on that and for it to turn out like even better than all of us thought. Like that was just, it was such an incredible night. We made a lot of memories that night, and yeah, that was an all-around success, and that's probably my favorite memory and my most proud memory from here at SUTV.
Brady, any final thoughts?
Thank you guys for watching. You know, this wouldn't be possible if we don't have people tuning in to watch. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to all my friends around here who continue to support me. And yeah, it's been an honor.
Megan?
Like Brady said, thanks to everybody for watching, and I want to shout out our amazing crew and leaders that are here tonight. This wouldn't have been possible during COVID without all of them. So thank you guys.
Congratulations, guys, and the best of luck to you guys in the future. You guys have the last words.
That's our last broadcast for the semester. I'm Brady Fisher.
And I'm Megan Talley. Be sure to follow us on all of our social medias at SUTV News and check out our website at sutvnews.org.
We've got our last interview with President Carter tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. You'll see a bunch of new faces here at the desk in the fall. Until then, thanks for watching and good night.